Hey, what's up, guys? This is David Chase Taylor of 911truther.org. Today is July 28th, 2024. So based on breaking news and events, it appears that CIA headquarters located in Cern at Lake Geneva in Switzerland is going to stage a mass terror attack, a Cbrn attack, chemical, biological, radiological, or nuclear, a 9/11 style nuclear attack, a nuclear missile attack, and or World War III on the date of July 29th or the morning of July 30th. So, firstly, the date of July 29th marks exactly 19 months since one Benjamin Netanyahu became Prime Minister of Israel. So this guy is the World War III head of state for the country of Israel. And it's imperative to note that the number 19, as found in COVID-19 and 9/11, equates to the letter S, which is an acronym for Switzerland. It's also the shape of a snake, which is symbolic of poison, because the CIA is going to stage a horrific terror attack, Cbrn attack, and or World War III on the date of July 29th. Coincidentally, the date of July 29th marks exactly 296 days since the CIA staged the October 7th attack. This has the 26 numerology, which equates to the letter Z, which is an acronym for Zionism, as well as the 96 numerology, which is found in the August 6th and August 9th nuclear attacks on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So basically, a mass attack is going to transpire, and exactly where is obviously not known, but Israel, the United States, and Europe are the most likely culprits. As I've been detailing in these videos over the last few weeks, this impending Israeli attack on humanity, the Zionist attack on humanity, is being executed under the guise of what's called the Hannibal Directive. I was getting mixed up. But basically, back in 1986, the Israeli Defense Forces, the IDF, declassified their so-called Hannibal Directive, which, and I'm quoting, it says, "The kidnapping must be stopped at all means, even if at the price of striking or harming our own forces." And this means that within the IDF, the mentality is suicidal, kamikaze. And so right now you have the CIA, the central headquarters, is in Switzerland, Geneva, and they're exposed. So they're going to use the first Jewish state, Switzerland, is going to use the third Jewish state, Israel, to stage World War III on the date of July 29th or the morning of July 30th by attacking themselves. They may attack their own synagogues, their own universities in the United States or Europe. They may attack their own cities, Haifa, Jerusalem, Tel Aviv in Israel, but they're going to attack themselves. And basically to trigger World War III. So in the event that the CIA stages an Israeli attack, which will of course be masqueraded as an Islamic terror attack, which I'll get into in a second, they're most likely going to stage attacks in Jordan, Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, Iran, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Afghanistan, Yemen, Israel, as I mentioned, Europe, possibly France or England, and or the United States, possibly New York, Chicago, LA, Washington, D.C. So, as the CIA always does when they stage attacks, most often, they blame Islamic terror groups. So, in the event that the CIA stages a mass attack, a CBRN-related attack, or World War III on the date of July 29th, it will most likely be blamed on Al-Qaeda or Al-Qaeda in the Arab Peninsula, which is AQAP, Hamas, Hezbollah, ISIS, ISIS-K, Muslim Brotherhood, Islamic Jihad, Islamic Resistance, and the Taliban. In this particular case, given the numerology, it's highly likely that the CIA is going to stage a airplane or drone or missile-related nuclear terror attack, possibly targeting airports, cruise ships, malls, shopping centers, consulates, embassies, hospitals, clinics, schools, colleges, universities, stadiums, sporting events, tourist attractions, places of worship such as churches, mosques, temples, or synagogues, trains, train stations, and of course, as I mentioned, it will be Cbrn in nature, which is chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear, or they may resort to white phosphorus attacks, mustard gas attacks, or some sort of weaponized biological contagion outbreak such as anthrax, Ebola, smallpox, etc. So just to recap, Monday appears to be a horrific day for humanity. CIA is planning on staging some sort of mass attack, and this will obviously be is designed to galvanize support for an Israeli-Iran war, most likely, and that is specifically why Benjamin Netanyahu addressed the U.S. Congress on July 24th, and this is basically to consolidate support for this impending war, which is slated to start exactly 19 months after Benjamin Netanyahu became Prime Minister of Israel. And so obviously this cannot be allowed to happen under any circumstances. So in the event, well, I should say before I say that, I should say that the CIA just staged 2 attacks. So they basically staged a Houthi drone attack targeting Jerusalem, which likely provided logistics cover for this impending attack. And then yesterday, I believe it was, they said that Hezbollah blew up a school in Gaza. And so what they're doing is they're going back to their bread and butter, which is Islamic terrorism, which is 9/11, 7/7, all these different attacks which the Israeli Mossad executes and subsequently blames Islamic terrorists. Not to say that there are no Islamic terrorists, but to say that the CIA via their Mossad has the funding and the logistics and the motive to stage these attacks. So anyways, as I do in all these videos, I kindly ask that if the CIA stages any sort of mass attack, Cbrn related attack, 9/11 style attack, missile attacks, or any sort of World War III related attacks on this particular day of July 29th or the morning of July 30th, I kindly ask that you download this video and share it with local, state, and federal law enforcement, military, and intelligence officials, as well as with local, state, and national media outlets. Peace.